So how do we become limitless in life? How do we get to that mindset where we have no fear of going after huge goals? We have no fear of being open to love. We have no fear of taking chances and risks because we know the outcome could be worth the risk. But this is all about limitlessness, right? Where we don't look at an experience as being limiting in nature. You know, I work with so many different athletes at every level, from the pro leagues all the way down to high school. And one of the things they all want to become is mentally limitless. Like, they want to believe in themselves so greatly that no matter what happens on the court or the field or the ice, that they know that they can work through it. They know that nothing can stop them. That's that limitless attitude. So how do we get there? David Essel here for 45 years as a counselor, #1 best-selling author, 16 books, radio, TV, podcast host, and more. You know, we have to desire first to be there, right? I mean, the very first thing of any goal is you have to want to be limitless. You have to want to have a more exciting life. You want to have a life that is more meaningful, that's making a bigger difference in this world. This is about limitlessness, right? You want to have a life where that when you want to go after a goal, you don't pull back and go, well, you know, I don't have the education, or I don't have the experience, or I don't have, oh my God, I've written 16 books now. I have no experience in writing freaking books. I do not have a degree in English. I don't have a degree in literature. I don't have a degree in broadcast journalism, yet I've been TV, radio, and podcasting for almost 40 years. So, you know, my mindset is I don't need degrees. I'm limitless. Like, I don't need to have any proof that I can do radio, TV, write books, whatever it might be. I just do it, right? Now, if you look at my beginning books compared to my 16th book, is there a difference? Well, of course there's going to be, because I've gotten better. But guess what? For 20 years, we hardly sold any books at all. For 20 years, even though I believed I was limitless and at some point my books would take off, 20 years of believing I was limitless, it took that to get a #1 bestseller. And then after those 20 years, the next 5 books all went #1 bestseller. But why? I don't have anything special. It was a mindset I made. I love to write. And I knew at some point it was going to take off. If I knew when I started that I would have to wait 20 years to get a #1 bestseller, would I have continued to do that? Hell yes. Why? Because I love it. I want to make a difference in this world. See, when you want to be limitless, you have to have reasons why you want to be limitless. It can't just be self-centered, right? Like, I want to be limitless because I want other people to be limitless. I want to be limitless so I can say to you, let's follow these steps together. Let's do this together. Let's become limitless together. Because if I can't find a way to limitlessness, how can I encourage you, right? But I found a way. And I can prove it just by the story I just said. You know, writing for 20 years with barely zero recognition. And I just kept writing. #1, you have to have that mindset that this is what you want, and the reason has to be bigger than just you. It can't just be to make millions of dollars. A lot of people do it, but to me, that's not being limitless. If you want to make millions of dollars and you have a reason that you're going to take $500,000 and put it into building wells in Africa or something like that, great. Now we have a limitless reason to go and push the limits and risk and ask for help and everything else. #2, we've got to have mentors, coaches, therapists. I have 2 in my life right now that I work with every week, and they are amazing. Now, some people might say that's overkill, but to me, it's not. You know, I have a general therapist that helps me with just about everything in the world, and then I have a sensei, a Buddhist teacher, a Buddhist guru that teaches me only Buddhism, and we work very hard. Last night, we had our Buddhist session. Oh my God, I came to the core of something that I was limited on. I found a limitation in my life, and I brought it to Sensei Andy, and I said, you know, I feel this way in this environment. I don't really have a reason to. It's in my gut. It doesn't feel good. And we talked it through, and we found the reason. And I discarded that belief system. And now in that environment, where just yesterday I was feeling anxious, I'm back in that environment today, and I am limitless. Now, I'm not talking about limitlessness just by our thinking. I am limitless. No, hell no. You have to have mentors, coaches, therapists. You have to have a desire. You have to have a reason that you want to be limitless. And then #3 is you've got to be willing to take risks. Contact someone and say, hey, would you be my coach? Would you be my trainer? Would you be my mentor? Would you, risk, right? Go after people that are better than you. Go after people that have achieved what you want to achieve. And then the other thing we have to do, and this comes from Kabbalah, one of my most famous spiritual teachings is Kabbalah, the mystical arm of Judaism. And in Kabbalah, they have this concept that I just freaking love. Remove first, add second. So if we want to become limitless, what we have to do is, what beliefs do I have that are not limitless? What beliefs do I have that limit me to growing? Am I like my dad, who was extremely conservative and never took risks, or like my mom, who was conservative and never took risks, or whatever? What are those beliefs that I'm afraid to dig into to become limitless because I have role models that told me I was limited in nature? Remove first, add second. We've got to get to those belief systems. We have all kinds of techniques to change belief systems. We've got to get them out of there. Remove first, add second. Listen, I want you to be so freaking limitless that you go and lift other people to follow your pattern as a role model, as a limitless role model. Let's do it together. I'm David Essel. Reach out to me. We can work together from anywhere in the world at talkdavid.com. We have inflation specials for people that are bothered by the economy. We've already got that covered with specials at talkdavid.com. 5 free books. I'm going to stop here. I want you to be limitless. If you want to be limitless, join me. I found a pathway. I want to take you through it so you can feel the same way. Everything is at talkdavid.com. Have a beautiful day.